Hey beautiful people, Kamina the Koach here, coming back at you. So today we want to talk about what's going on with the expat education world, expat educators world right now in the time of 2020 and COVID. So I've been asking people in the teachers group, has anybody gone anywhere? And I got a few responses. But not in detail the way that you would probably need a response to go to another country to teach right now. So, of course, it's different. Some countries still are not allowing the Americans in. So, from what I can tell, Vietnam, and Thailand, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia, and now Tanzania are allowing Americans in. So are they just allowing American educators in? So are they just allowing us in? So that's a very good question. So America hasn't handled COVID well. Luckily, a lot of other countries are smart enough to counteract that. So first of all, what do you need before you get on the plane? So you need a negative COVID test that is within 72 hours of you landing in your destination country. And that seems like it would be easier than it actually is. We're not talking about a rapid test. They're not going to let you on the plane if you have rapid test results. Your test actually has to go to the lab. Fun. Because I've heard test results taking up to 2 weeks. So my friend went to a doctor's care. Luckily, her VA benefits covered it or something. So if you're a disabled vet, maybe you have that option. I'm probably going to have to pay out of pocket anywhere from $100 to $200. So again, remember, once you get to the international gate, trying to exit the United States, you must have a negative COVID test, not a rapid test, one that has been sent to the lab. What they are checking is the time that they entered in your negative result in the lab. From the time that the lab entered that result to the time that you land in your final destination can be no more than 72 hours. Good luck with that. I'm terrified. Getting ready to do mine. It takes a lot of finagling. So if you're getting ready to go, don't book your ticket yet, right? Don't book your ticket yet. What else? So my friend actually went to Saudi Arabia, and she had two options once she arrived in the country. She either had to quarantine for 9 days, or she could choose to have a test done there. So amazingly enough, Saudi Arabia has, I think she said, 2 different applications to track your appointment and your test results and all this kind of stuff. You download the application and you make your appointment, and it's a drive-through testing. She said she had never seen so many people. So a lot of people still getting tested in Saudi Arabia. But the really amazing news was she had her results in a couple of hours, so she could go ahead and get ready to go to work. So it's pretty impressive, and I would assume that the Southeast Asian countries are probably doing that very well also. I would suspect Thailand probably has rapid testing at the airport, but I don't know that for sure. All I can speak on for sure is what my friend faced in Saudi Arabia, and for sure what is going on at the international counters as you're trying to go to some of these countries. Now, that's not all countries, because I have a friend who just went on vacation to the Dominican Republic and apparently didn't have to quarantine and didn't have to have a test to get out. So we're not talking, so this isn't talking about vacationing. I'm talking about countries that we would normally go to work, live, and teach. So I can't speak for a lot of other countries because, like I said, my friend just got hired in Saudi Arabia. If you've seen my most recent video, I'm getting ready to go to Tanzania as a head teacher. And I have been doing research on Tanzania, they will also require a test within a negative test within 72 hours before they will consider allowing me in the country. So my friend did say, and I want you to be mindful of this, my friend did say a lot of people didn't get on the plane. So they are taking this apparently quite seriously. It was really interesting when I was coming from Myanmar back to the United States. There was nothing. There was no testing to get in. There was nobody taking temperature, anything. So apparently they've stepped it up quite a bit. But I know that they will definitely not allow you on the plane if you are not meeting the requirements. So be very careful in how you plan and your time. And it really sucks to buy a ticket last minute if you're buying the ticket and you're not going to get reimbursed fully. It's a lot. It's a lot to buy a ticket last minute, and it's kind of stressful to find a ticket that's going to meet your needs for the amount of hours that you need in between. So be careful with that. Don't waste your money on your ticket. It's great if they're buying your ticket for you, but you want to let them know or remind them, hopefully, that they know that you need this negative COVID test within 72 hours of landing in your final destination. So that's my little update. I'm sorry that I don't have more information for you. So for myself personally, what I'm waiting on to go to Tanzania, I'm going to a small place in Tanzania named Ingra. It's down south, and I'm not near the Serengeti, and I'm not near Mount Kilimanjaro, and I'm not near Dar es Salaam or Zanzibar, but it's okay. And it's a really small country with a lot of amazing resources. All those that I just named are really fantastic places to go inside Tanzania, but I'm not near really any of those. But Tanzania, really, relatively speaking, is a small country, so hopefully I get to check it out a little bit. I'm not really the touristy type, but we'll see. So I'll be working in Ingra. I'll be so initially I'll come in as head of middle school and then take over January as head teacher, as lead teacher. So what I'm waiting on right now, Tanzania just had their election as well. So right now is November the 5th, 2020. So I don't know, I haven't looked at the news, but last I checked, we were still waiting on election results here. So their election was November 2nd, and they had a lot of not civil unrest, but they had they arrested a lot of potential protesters and shut down a large chunk of their internet. So I'm waiting on the current head teacher to get approval from the Board of Trustees. All of my references have already returned their stuff. Gosh, I think we're looking at like going on 3 weeks now. So once the board approves me, once she gets all my references back, then she will apply for my Tanzanian teaching license. And what qualifies me for that is the amount of years that I've been teaching abroad and my master's degree in education. So once I get granted and who knows how long that will take, once I get granted my Tanzanian teaching license, I do not have to wait for a visa to get into the country. If you know anything about my story, 4 years ago when Trump got elected, I was on my way to Mexico, and a visa that should have taken me 3 weeks ended up taking me 3 months, and I drained a lot of my savings waiting for that visa. So luckily I will not have to wait on this visa. Fingers, toes, ears crossed that there is no mass civil unrest with the results of our election, and no shutting down of borders. So essentially what I'm waiting on right now is my Tanzanian teacher's license. But the lack of internet has been slowing down the other stuff that leads to that. So I would really like to get out of here before Thanksgiving, but it looks like it's probably going to be more like the first part of December before I get out of the United States. So anyways, that's my update and all the information I have to give you. Again, I wish I could give you more, but this is what I've got. As always, I wish you love, light, peace, and joy. I hope you're able to find your happy place in the midst of everything that's going on. I'll see you next time. Peace.